At the back of my mind, there's always been a burning question. We take a lot of care in sharing stories about wines, the people behind them, how they cultivate the wine. Any bottle of the wine that we have is there for a reason because they match perfectly with our cuisine.
Very nice aroma, a little spicy flavor.
It doesn't take so much like a hot temper, softened wine. It's just a bit more mellow. But what if my guest doesn't drink wine? What else can I offer? None of them can take me to what wine pairing can do. Every restaurant, we spend so much effort on every single details, from the deco, the concept, the creation of the dish, the service sequence, everything. For the beverages, we spend so little effort on it. So that's when I really start to work on the non-alcohol beverage. Juice is the purest way to appreciate nature in a liquid form. But first of all, it's very difficult to create a different dimension to it. Second of all, because of sugar. During the meal, you cannot have sugar because that affects your palate. So does the juice have to be fruity? It can also be acidic, lactic, or even smoky. How can we craft it? The most beautiful process, or the purest process of cooking is time. And for me, the time is fermentation. Fermentation is definitely not a new thing. In every continent, it has that history. We try to inject the new dimension to the traditional process. And then eventually that has to go hand in hand with the cuisine. When we create a dish, we select the best producer we can reach. And we always think about three things: the taste, the body, and the aroma. That's the same golden triangle that we want to apply to the juice. For example, the dish that we're trying to do, you have the crab underneath, the sea urchin, you have cucumber, elderflower. This is perfect as it is, but how to take that dish to another level? Then we start looking for gaps. So we try to deconstruct all the components. And then once we look into that, then you will see the gap in between. Maybe this certain dish is more focused on the body. And that's how we create the juices to fit these gaps. Yeah. It's almost like a shadow that leverages the flavor of the dish itself without interfering. It's just a hint, or it's just a smell, or it's just something that shouldn't stay on your palate. And that's where you have a juice that you can look for it whenever you need it. The fermented juices are not limited to fruit. In fact, the whole process is like creating a dish. So we select the produce, and then we do the pairing of the combination, and then the rest we just leave it to nature. I guess the beauty of this fermented juice is that it takes 2-3 months to complete, or sometimes longer. Same thing as wine, almost the same process before it turns alcohol. You start to smell the aroma, you taste how the depth change. You become something really sensitive with the depth. They all have a life of their own. There are certain elements or certain flavor that we cannot control. The weather, the humidity, the temperature, or even in a different condition, it takes longer time and shorter time. Through times, it develops its own character, and it can never be the same of each batch. So how we alter it to the way that we want, or the flavor that we want, that's the key. It actually has like 1 more week to go, but it's now almost okay. Then we do the second fermentation. Maybe sometimes why we need to have so many selections of wine, because you cannot alter it. And you need to find the certain character that matches your dish. Compared to the wines, fermented juice is totally different perspective. We can alter it the way we want it. Super spicy, pure, acidic, lactic. The juice is even more precise, even more accurate, I would say. So the type of juice that we could create in terms of the selection or character is infinite.